He who saved one life, it is as if he had saved the whole mankind. Al-Quran. Always first to reach and last to leave, the Pakistan Red Crescent Society, with its mission to ameliorate the sufferings of the most vulnerable people in distress, without discrimination of nationality, race, religious beliefs, class or political opinion, was founded by Quaid-e-Azam Muhammad Ali Jinnah on the 20th of December 1947 as the Pakistan Red Cross Society. Addressing the first annual general meeting on March 15, 1948, as founder president of the society, the Qaid said, "Now that Pakistan Red Cross Society has been established by us, it will, I hope, play its full and destined part in the service of humanity, along with other bodies and organizations in the international field to afford all possible relief and help to the suffering and distressed people wherever possible." The society was renamed as Pakistan Red Crescent Society in 1974. Today, with its national headquarters in Islamabad, the society has its branches all over the country. Through these branches, the PRCS coordinates its field operations in more than 89 districts of the country. The main activities of the society are the relief work during and after natural calamities and man-made disasters, and primary healthcare and welfare services for the less privileged and marginalized people. These include more than 104 hospitals, mobile health units and dispensaries, disaster preparedness and response, first aid training, ambulance services, blood transfusion services with 7 blood banks that collect 20,000 blood bags annually, and promoting volunteerism. The society has a fairly strong volunteer base of 253,000 all over the country. These volunteers serve as a backbone in all major relief activities of the society with full dedication and commitment. In the wake of the October 8, 2005 earthquake disaster, the society as the leading humanitarian organization in the country by providing relief and medical assistance worth 4.5 billion rupees to the total of approximately 2.7 million beneficiaries. The society has undertaken reconstruction of 38 facilities in the sectors of health, education and vocational training in the affected areas worth 1.4 billion rupees. This is the first venture of its kind by PRCS. Most of the projects were completed and handed over to the concerned authorities in stipulated time frame. In the aftermath of July 2007 rains and floods in Sindh and Balochistan, the PRCS provided relief and medical assistance worth 360 million rupees to approximately 260,000 beneficiaries. In 2008, an earthquake struck Ziyarat and surrounding areas of Balochistan. PRCS Balochistan branch, staff and volunteer teams immediately responded to the situation and commenced providing relief items, tents, blankets and medical assistance to the victims. 124,910 people benefited from these relief and medical efforts. In addition to the relief, 6,195 transitory shelters were provided to the victims to protect them against harsh winter weather. The overall effort was worth 375.4 million rupees. PRCS launched special operations to assist millions of internally displaced persons due to security forces operations in tribal areas and North Pakistan. Arrangements were made to provide shelter, food and healthcare to 400,000 IDPs in Sawabi, Sawat, Malakand and Fata with the allocation of 3.7 billion rupees. The massive landslide on January 4, 2010 at Atabad, Hunza opened new windows of ensuring humanitarian protection and assistance for victims. PRCS delivered medical care and relief for the survivors of the natural calamity. In July 2010, many areas of Pakistan were hit by horrifying rains and flash floods which created havoc in Punjab, Sindh and KPK provinces. PRCS, being the leading humanitarian organization of the country, rose to the occasion and gave a swift response during the deadly floods when it provided relief assistance worth 9 billion rupees to over 4.1 million victims. Impossible were made possible and unbelievable were made achievable. Water was made available for the thirsty and food was transported to the hungry and care was provided to those who needed it the most. The society did not confine itself to only provisioning of relief to the affectees of heavy floods of 2010, but as a part of its integrated recovery program, provided shelter, livelihood, healthcare and psychosocial support to thousands of affected families besides provision of 3,500 shelters in Punjab and Sindh. The society also constructed 207 permanent houses in Sindh and Punjab with a cost of over 100 million rupees for 2010 flood affectees. In July 2010, a Pakistani private passenger plane crashed into the Magala Hills behind Islamabad while preparing to land with 152 people on board. Thick smoke could be seen rising from an inaccessible region in the densely wooded hills where helicopters circled overhead and PRCS dispatched volunteers with ambulances to the nearest roads. In 2010, an avalanche in Kohistan hit a number of villages affecting many people. PRCS was the first to reach the high-altitude mountains covered with snow and assisted 2,340 affectees with relief, emergency shelters and medicine. 2011 monsoon also brought havoc, hitting 8.9 million people in various parts of the country, especially the Sindh province. A similar response could be seen in those difficult times when PRCS, while fighting the deadly showers, reached the rain victims and provided over 0.29 million people the relief goods worth 260 million rupees in the most affected and vulnerable districts. In 2013, after being struck by the deadly earthquake of 7.2 magnitudes, Avaran and Keech districts of Balochistan were badly affected. PRCS commenced its relief operation by deploying the NDRT teams from the nearby districts for rapid assessment. Based on the findings and dire needs, PRCS responded in earthquake-affected area of Avaran with food, non-food items, clean drinking water, emergency shelter and health and care services. In total, PRCS reached out to 72,890 earthquake-affected people worth 184 million rupees.
The Thar area of Sindh province was badly hit by drought that resulted in deaths of hundreds of children besides severe loss to livestock and massive displacement of the population. The PRCS, responding to crisis, immediately dispatched food and medical support for 5,000 families and clean drinking water was made available to the affectees.
All this was possible due to generous support of local donors and our movement partners, International Committee of Red Cross, International Federation of Red Cross, Red Crescent Societies,
and partner national societies.
PRCS is endeavoring to be more responsive to the current requirements. PRCS saves lives and restores a foundation of dignity amidst devastation. Join us to make a difference in the lives of those who need the most.